Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for January 18, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, tensions between the US and Europe are escalating over President Trump's bid to control Greenland. The president has threatened to impose tariffs on countries that refuse to back the US position, sparking widespread criticism from European leaders, economists, and diplomats. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as more information becomes available. In other news, protests in Iran have been raging for weeks, with demonstrators calling for reform and an end to the current regime. Despite initial support from President Trump, his recent remarks seem to have walked back that commitment, emboldening the Iranian government to continue its crackdown on dissent. Human rights groups have warned of grave concerns over the treatment of detained protesters in Iran. Finally, we're seeing a complex web of international relations unfold, with the US, Europe, and other nations navigating issues of trade, diplomacy, and human rights. From tariffs to protests, these stories are raising important questions about the future of global politics and the role of major world powers. And as always, we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts with us on social media using the hashtag AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and Nanshul and know what's right now. Firstly, we reported on the situation in Iran, where the government's plans for a controlled internet have raised concerns about freedom of expression and access to information. The Iranian government has been battling to restrict access to information, but some citizens have found ways to bypass these restrictions using satellite internet services. Next, we looked at the recent elections in Uganda, where President Yoweri Museveni has been declared the winner, securing a seventh term in office. However, the opposition has rejected the outcome, and there are allegations of electoral irregularities. We urge all parties involved to prioritize democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. Lastly, we focused on two significant stories from Japan. Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi inspected the Delhi Metro subway system in New Delhi, which was developed with Japanese cooperation, highlighting the strong partnership between Japan and India in infrastructure development. Additionally, major political parties in Japan have decided not to participate in the upcoming double election for the governor of Osaka Prefecture and the mayor of Osaka, raising questions about the timing and motivations behind the sudden call for elections. These stories highlight the complex and often challenging nature of global politics and international relations. As we move forward, it's essential to prioritize fairness, balance, and respect for human rights. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've got a summary of our recent articles for you tonight. Firstly, we took a closer look at the world of finance, where investment opportunities have caught the attention of experts and investors alike. General Mills' stock has been rated as a buy due to its stabilizing volumes, market share gains, and promising growth in key categories. On the other hand, the Barings Global Short Duration High Yield Fund has been rated as a hold due to its unattractive current discount to NAV and long-term NAV erosion. We also explored the semiconductor industry, which has seen a significant boost in demand, particularly from Taiwan. The VanEck Semiconductor ETF has been making waves with its impressive performance, driven by the growth of artificial intelligence and tight supply chains. While some analysts are optimistic about the sector's long-term prospects, others warn of potential downsides. As I always say, don't panic and remember that the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's essential to approach these markets with a level head, considering both bullish and bearish perspectives. So, where do you stay your money Monday? Stay calm, stay informed, and keep your wits about you in these ever-changing markets. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. We began by delving into the fascinating world of habitability, where we explored the conditions necessary for life to thrive beyond Earth. This journey took us through the complexities of celestial mechanics and a pursuit of knowledge driven by human curiosity. Next, we turned our attention to the Moon and NASA's ambitious plans for space exploration. With the lunar cycle as a backdrop, we discussed the Artemis missions, which aim to return humans to the Moon and eventually send them to Mars. This endeavor not only expands humanity's presence in space, but also inspires new generations of scientists and engineers. Lastly, we ventured into the cosmos with NASA's Hubble Space Telescope, capturing stunning images of infant stars in their earliest stages of formation. The SOFIA Massive SOMA Star Formation Survey has provided valuable insights into how massive stars come to be, reminding us of the awe-inspiring complexity of the universe. These stories remind us of our place within the vast expanse of space and time, underscoring our profound connection to the cosmos and our innate curiosity about what lies beyond. As we gaze up at the night sky, let's embrace the sense of wonder and responsibility that comes with being part of this grand cosmic narrative. Good night. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. First off, the Indiana Hoosiers have won over America's heart with their Cinderella story in college football. As Angelo Pizzo, the screenwriter behind the iconic film Hoosiers, noted, this team's journey has the potential to transcend sports and resonate with people from all walks of life. Their determination and never-say-die attitude have made them a fan favorite, and we'll be watching closely as they approach their next challenge. In the NFL, the Denver Broncos secured a spot in the AFC Championship game after a nail-biting win over the Buffalo Bills. However, the victory came at a cost, with quarterback Jarrett Nix suffering an injury that will require surgery. Meanwhile, the Seattle Seahawks dominated the San Francisco 49ers, advancing to the NFC Championship game with their stingy defense. Last but not least, the Chicago Bears, affectionately known as the Cardiac Bears, have been making headlines with their incredible comeback wins. With rookie head coach Sean Johnson and quarterback Caleb Williams leading the charge, this team has proven itself to be a force to be reckoned with in the NFL. As they prepare to face off against the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday, fans are wondering if their streak can continue. These stories have one thing in common. They're all about teams that are pushing beyond their limits and achieving greatness through hard work and determination. We'll be bringing you live coverage and analysis of these games and more. So now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Carroll.
Thank you, Howard. We started the day with a critical look at coastal erosion in Australia, specifically in the town of Port Fairy, where the relentless pounding of Southern Ocean waves is taking its toll on the shoreline. However, research studies from Deakin University and the University of Melbourne offer hope that human intervention, when done in harmony with the natural marine environment, can help stabilize beaches. We also took a culinary journey to explore the world of burgers and the power of memory in shaping our gastronomic experiences. Our discussion with food critic Helen highlighted the subjective nature of culinary truth and how personal associations and nostalgia play a significant role in making a burger truly unforgettable. Additionally, we touched on the benefits and uses of beef tallow, sparking debate among food enthusiasts. While some swear by its unique flavor and potential health benefits, others are more skeptical. And finally, we looked at the importance of adopting bespoke management strategies to combat coastal erosion, taking into account the unique environmental conditions of each location. That's a wrap for tonight's podcast. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here's Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Let's get into the latest scoop, shall we? We've got 3 juicy stories for you tonight. First up, Ben Affleck and Lisa Barlow from The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City are embroiled in a drama-filled he said, she said situation. Apparently, Barlow name-dropped Affleck to get out of a girl's trip, but things took a turn when he denied ever meeting her. Well, let's just say it's a mess. Next, we're talking about the one and only Madonna. The Queen of Pop is back with a new song, La Bambola, which debuted at number 2 on the World Digital Song Sales chart. And, honey, she's still breaking records after all these years. Her classic album, The Immaculate Collection, has also made its way back to the top 10 on the Top Dance Albums ranking. Last but not least, we gave a shout out to Jamie Lynn Spears' sister Brittany for her upcoming wedding. Actually, our third story was about Ben Affleck and Lisa Barlow's drama, so let's move on to the final thoughts. In conclusion, it's been a wild ride tonight, folks. From celebrity feuds to music legends still killing the game, we've got you covered. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Atanacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on the devastating impact of climate change on Antarctic ice sheets, where a massive iceberg broke off due to rising temperatures. This alarming event highlights the urgent need for global action to mitigate the effects of climate change and preserve our planet's delicate ecosystems. Next, we explored the world of design and creativity with the unveiling of a giant lamp inspired by the iconic Bic crystal pen. This innovative collaboration between Saletti and Bic showcases the power of reimagining everyday objects and pushing the boundaries of functionality and aesthetics. Lastly, we ventured into the Amazonian understory, where we discovered an intricate web of alliances and savage ambushes playing out beneath our feet. This hidden world of tiny forest guardians and fungal relationships serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of conservation efforts and our role as custodians of the natural world. These stories not only highlight the complexity and beauty of our world, but also underscore the need for environmental stewardship, creative thinking, and innovative problem-solving. Join us next time on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast as we continue to explore the fascinating intersection of nature, design, and human ingenuity. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Atanacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.